Hey you guys, today we're going to be reading Dog Breath, The Horrible Trouble with Hally Tosis, written by Dave Pilkey. Dog Breath. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Hally Tosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. Hally Tosis had a horrible breath. Whenever Hally Tosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. When the children took Hally Tosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided Hally Tosis. But the real trouble started one day when Gramma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea, and Hallie jumped up to say hello. Uh-oh. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Hally Tosis to the top of the mountain that had a breathtaking view. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away, but it didn't. Even the sun says it's stinky. Next, the children took Hally Tosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. But it didn't. So finally, the children took Hally Tosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on the speedy roller coaster. You'll lose your breath on our roller coaster. Do you guys know what's gonna happen? But that idea stunk too. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now, only a miracle could save Hally Tosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Tosis house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came upon Hally Tosis. Yikes, whispered one of the burglars. It's a big, mean, scary dog. Aw, don't be silly, whispered the other burglar. That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy. And Hally Tosis was a cute little fuzzy puppy, but the two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. The dog couldn't hurt a fly, whispered one burglar. Come here, Poochie Poochie, whispered the other. So Hally Tosis came over and gave the burglars a big, nice kiss. Sure. The next morning, the Tosis family awoke to find the two burglars passed out cold on the living room floor. It was a miracle. The Tosis family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Hally Tosis was the most famous dog, or most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie, and they decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. This home protected by dog breath. because life without halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. The end.